What is up, guys? Today, coming at you with a premium gold, infinite gold box opening. Now, I got a case, it comes with 10 boxes, and my camera was not functioning properly. It was having some issues with charging, so I have like 4 separate videos of like me opening up 9 boxes. So I saved this one box to open, and I'll just show you guys some of the polls, the better ones that I got at the end, and do a little recap. So, not the most amazing polls so far, but pretty good. And just get onto this box. And after 9 boxes, it gets to the point where you just have to knife it and go with it, because, man, opening up all of this packaging is really not the funnest thing in the world. Alright, so we got these nice little display boxes, and again, they're all packaged like this. Let me get this box out of the way. Okay, and we got the first box, technically like the 45th box or something, but okay. Now, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in quite a long time, but I figured this would be a great set to be reintroduced. There's a lot of very usable, playable cards in this set. Obviously with all the Cosmo reprints, all the Burning Abyss, those are tier 2, tier 1 decks. So a lot of great cards, and a lot of first prints as well. Like the Ultimate Till, I believe is how you pronounce it. Great card. I think a lot of people, kind of underestimate it a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of great cards, and I think a lot of the first prints, while they may not be like the most desirable, a few of them, I think they're still great. Now, okay, first pack we got a Vector Pendulum, the Drac Overlord. Great. And yeah, these names are just really shiny, really speckly. They're almost hard to read, but the cards themselves look pretty great. Now, I haven't been around to, play with or against any of these pendulum monsters, but they look pretty cool. And the mechanic, how they summon and everything, that's pretty cool. I think it's definitely a step in the right direction, progressing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! You have to come out with better cards that do, different things that we've never seen before, and I think that's great. So, Cosmo Good Witch, Remove Brainwashing, Junk Changer, yep, and Rubik, Metal Branch of the Burning Abyss. Okay, so, first pack, first box. Okay, we got a Lightning Chidori. Cool card. Good card right here. Dark Mirror Force. This is super throwback. And King's Consonance. Haven't really read that card. And it looked like in a lot of the other openings that are on YouTube, like it always ends with the Burning Abyss monster or whatever. So that's a really interesting observation, and it's definitely holding true with all these. So we got a Magister Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer, Cosmo Town, Fairy Wind, Shining Hope Road, and Barbar, Mallet Branch of the Burning Abyss. So a lot of these secret gold rares are spell and trap, and I think they could have chosen better ones. I would have liked to see Giant Hand number 106 in secret gold, but what can you do? And sorry if this isn't very centered. Let's try to get this a little more centered. entered. Okay. So we've got the second mini box. Let's see what we can get here. So we've got an Abyss Dweller, Cosmo Dark Destroyer, Remove Brainwashing, Junk Changer, and Archfiend Eccentric. So that's a pretty good card. In the rest of the case, I only got one of these. That's 9 other boxes. Out of 9 boxes, I only got one. So out of 10, I got 2. That's a very short print, if you ask me. And I think this is a first print. Kind of interesting. Not the greatest card they could have printed. It's one of those junk cards, and you have to use it with another junk card. But I guess it's a card. It's shiny, so we should be happy. Here we go. Number 61, Volcasaurus, Horn of Heaven, Emergency Teleport, Stardust Charge Warrior, and Barbar. So yeah, a lot of Burning Abyss cards. And I guess I can make a Burning Abyss deck. So, Evil Swarm Ouroboros, Time Space Trap Hole, Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, Junk Changer again, and I can't even read that. These names are so shiny, guys. Calcab, Malabranch of the Burning Abyss. So interesting. Interesting names. They're like demons, I guess. The Burning Abyss, also known as Hell. So, on to this next box. So guys, one thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! That I noticed, and I really didn't appreciate too much before I left, was the amount of cheating that could actually go on in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously, if you're playing competitively, just because it's a little too easy. There's so many cards that do so many things, and it's hard to keep track of everything, like maybe double normal summoning or something like that. You can't really tell if someone is doing that, obviously, intentionally. So, it's one of those things that are kind of concerning. Like, it's a children's card game, and are these people really going to cheat against children? The answer is yeah, they are, because Yu-Gi-Oh players can get pretty competitive, and especially like a lot of people ages like, I don't know, 18, 20, their mid-20s are playing, and they're really in there to make money, to play competitively, and obviously to win. And when there's a bunch of kids there, and when I was young, I was pretty naive and didn't pay the most attention. It's easy to do that, and there are some people out there that will take advantage. Oh my God, this packaging. And that's sad, but I guess it's like that in any card game, and it's kind of unavoidable. I remember I was playing just for fun against someone at my locals, and they had something that killed something in my hand. I don't remember what card or anything like that, but I remember he kept hitting my dark hole, and I was like, it's a fun game, let me retry it. He's like, I'll give you another chance, right? So I put it back in my hand, and he just picks it like 2 or 3 times in a row, and I was like, man, I lost the game. I had to scoop because losing a dark hole, like, that's crazy. This had to be like 5 years ago, guys. But what he told me after the match was that he was looking into my eyes. He's like, yeah, your eyes are like way too glossy, and I was like, what? Like, okay, good card. So it's just things like that, obviously in a competitive setting, in like a regionals or something, your opponent isn't going to tell you that if they notice something like that. They're just going to, do it and take advantage and win the match, and you won't even know anything otherwise. So you just have to pay attention like that. And another thing that's pretty pretty simple, and people can easily do it and won't get caught, is bottom drawing. And that's simply like, you have your deck like this, and boom. Obviously you can see the bottom of the deck, right? And you can see me going like this. But like when you're like this and you're like, oh, okay, boom. It's difficult to tell, and it's a little concerning. I've actually had someone do that in a fun match too. They're like, oh, I'm gonna bottom draw against you. I was like, okay, and I did not even notice. Like, I was literally watching the guy the whole time, and I didn't even notice him bottom drawing, and he told me. So, concerning, but again, you can't really do much about it besides just pay as much attention. Obviously, as a little kid, you're not gonna be paying as much attention, and especially if you don't know about it, it's going to be pretty difficult. But just when you're playing, keep an eye out for things like that, and just try to have fun. That's the main part of it. So last pack, guys, last pack. Vector Pendulum, the Draco Overlord, Cosmo Wicked Witch, Dark Mirror Force, Red Supremacy, and Rubik, Malabranch of the Burning Abyss. So, do a little recap of this one, and then I'll do a little recap of the rest of the case, just to show you, the pull ratios and things like that. So we got, I guess that's a decent card. So I'm just going to sort through these a little bit. Beatrice, people want her. Another Beatrice. Now, Beatrice kind of replaces Lavalval Chain, I guess. And she is just like pretty broken. So a lot of people are predicting like her or Dante, and I don't think we actually got any Dantes in this box, but her or Dante is going to get hit in the next ban list. And they just make the deck like crazy good, and without them they're like a mid-tier 2 deck. So obviously Konami, in Konami fashion, is going to limit our accessibility to these in a game. So people are kind of afraid to like invest in Beatrice or Dante, because why invest $30 in a card when it's probably going to get hit the next ban list? And the answer is, it's all, in any trading card game, in any secondary market, any investment, it's all a gamble, guys. Like that's what people need to realize, and I'm sure a lot of you do realize. Like, it's all just chance. You collect a bunch of Rubiks. Maybe you've taken an educated guess that this is going to jump up in price, but you never know. So that's a kind of difficult aspect of collecting cards and trying to make a profit, trying to watch the market and predict the market. It makes things just kind of puts people off. You know what I mean? And I definitely think that in any trading card game, anything like that, it's all about having a strong secondary market, guys. Like, if the cards aren't going to hold any value, then why would somebody want to invest in a game like that? If they can't get a return, why would someone take a day off of work, for example, to come play this game if what they're buying is worthless and not going to retain its value? So I think a lot of people complain about the secondary market of especially Yu-Gi-Oh, and how cards can just completely spike in price and also drop. But what you have to understand is that when cards are expensive, when cards are very valuable, people are going to want to invest in the game and collect the cards. Like that's like the main aspect, right? Why would anybody invest their time in the game if it's not worth their time. So guys, this is just a little recap of the case. So I'm just sorting through this right now. Trash. Okay, we got some emeralds. This is a really good card, guys. Emerald. And sorry if it looks like really sloppy. I'll organize this in a second. Okay. So it looks like we got two Beatrices out of that box. Maxis and Ghost Ogres and an Archfiend Eccentric. So out of 10 boxes we got 2 Archfiend Eccentrics. Obviously this is like a short print. This along with Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, which I got 2 of. Then 4 Maxis. I guess short print. Digusto Emerald. 4 of those. Then we got Hope, number 38, Hope, Harbinger Dragon, Titanic Galaxy, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those guys. So this is a really good card, really broken effect, and I think this guy is going to see a decent amount of play in the foreseeable future. So we got this lady right here, and you know what, like, these almost look like ghost rares, like the white kind of background and just the whole light color of the card. Like if I just took a quick glance at it, like I definitely think it's ghost. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 10 Beatrices, and I guess she's one of the more valuable cards of the set. I think she's about, I don't know, $10, $15, somewhere in between there. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 emergency teleports. Good card. And Vector Pendulum, the Drac Overlord. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of him. I know he's not so like valuable, definitely not like emergency teleport. I believe emergency teleport is going for 4 to 5 right now. Vector Pendulum is like, I don't know, $3. But still a good card, you know, still desirable. I don't know why I put it. You know, apparently these girls right here are going for a pretty decent amount, and I believe I got between 11 and 15 overall in the case, which I don't know, maybe is a lot for that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Cosmo Dark Destroyers. Yeah, so wish I could have gotten more of these, but no complaints there. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 11 Big Eyes, great card. We got 2 Giant Hands. This is like the one card everybody wants from the set. Obviously, it's not the greatest card anymore compared to a lot of other rank 4s that you could possibly summon, but still it's a prize card, you know. It looks cool. Just a great reprint. I think definitely it lives up to the hype. This is like when you pull it, guys, it's just so amazing. You're like, oh my god, a big hand. So big hand right at you. High five, guys. And we got 2 Dig Vorzak, King of Heavy Industries. 2 of them. 3 Cyclone Galaxies. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Dantes. Okay, this is a really great card if you want to play Burning Abyss decks. This is definitely a must, and along with the Beatrices, you know, great cards, definitely necessary in the decks. Trying to think if I want to show you all of these guys, you know, random little not so valuable cards. Yeah, I'm not going to show you guys that. So that basically concludes this opening. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more great videos.